Have you ever wondered why some people keep growing while others start strong but fade away halfway? We all get motivated, don't we? We watch inspiring videos, make big plans, and for a moment, we feel unstoppable. But then, that fire fades, and suddenly, everything feels heavy again. So what truly leads to success? Is it motivation? Or is it discipline? Let me tell you a story of a boy named Ethan, who learned that motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Ethan was a bright, curious boy. His mind was full of dreams. He wanted to learn guitar, get fit, start a business, everything. Every time he watched a motivational video, his eyes would light up. He'd say, "This time, I'll do it. No excuses." And for a few days, he did. He woke up early, practiced hard, gave it his all. But soon, the excitement started to fade. The early mornings felt colder. The work felt heavier. And slowly, his goals began to slip away. He looked in the mirror one night and whispered, "Why can't I just stay consistent?" Sound familiar? We've all been there, inspired for a while, then lost again in the noise of life. One afternoon, Ethan met his old friend, Ben. Ben was different, calm, focused, sharp. He had started a design business, and it was doing great. Ethan asked with curiosity, "Ben, how do you do it? You're always so consistent. Don't you ever get tired or lazy?" Ben smiled. "Of course I do," he said softly. "But I don't wait for motivation. I rely on discipline." Ethan frowned. "Discipline? Isn't that just forcing yourself?" Ben shook his head. "No, Ethan. Discipline isn't punishment. It's freedom. Motivation is a spark, but discipline, that's the fuel that keeps the fire alive." Those words stayed with Ethan, but he still didn't fully understand. A few days later, Ben took him to meet someone, an old fisherman who lived by the lake. The sun hadn't even risen yet, but the fisherman was already awake, mending his nets, humming a quiet tune. Ben smiled and said, "Uncle, this is my friend Ethan. He wants to learn about discipline." The old man chuckled softly. "Discipline, huh? Most people think it's boring," he said, "but it's what builds everything worth having." He handed Ethan a fishing rod. "Come," he said, "sit with me." Hours passed. The lake was calm. The sky turned golden, but not a single fish was caught. Ethan began to frown. "This is pointless," he sighed. "We've been sitting here for hours." The fisherman smiled without looking up. "That's exactly how most people treat their dreams," he said. "They plant the seed, but when results don't come quickly, they walk away." Then he turned to Ethan. "Let me tell you a story about the bamboo tree." He spoke slowly, his voice calm and deep. "When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing happens for years. You water it, you care for it, day after day, and still the ground stays bare. People laugh at you, they call you foolish for wasting time on something that doesn't grow, but what they don't see is that the bamboo is growing underground, building roots, preparing itself. And then one day, after years of silence, it breaks through the surface and grows, more than 80 feet tall in just a few weeks." He looked Ethan straight in the eyes and said, "That's what discipline is. It's doing the work, even when you can't see results. Because success doesn't come to those who work once in a while. It comes to those who work, no matter what." Ethan sat there quietly. The gentle sound of the lake filled the silence. In that moment, he understood. It wasn't about excitement, it was about commitment. The next morning, Ethan woke up before sunrise. He remembered the fisherman's words, and he decided to start small. 1 hour a day, he whispered. Just 1 hour. every single day. Whether it was learning, working out, or practicing guitar, he showed up. No matter what, some days he felt motivated. Most days, he didn't, but he showed up anyway. At first, nothing changed. No results. No applause. No magic, but after a few weeks, something shifted. He no longer needed motivation. His body, his mind, his habits, they began to align. Slowly, his work improved. He finished projects he once gave up on. People began to notice Ethan had found something powerful. The quiet rhythm of discipline. Months passed. Then came a test. He was rejected from a big competition he had prepared for. Old Ethan would have quit, but not this time. He took a deep breath and said, "Discipline brought me this far. I'm not stopping now." He kept learning, improving, trying again. And one day, he succeeded. Not because he was the best, but because he didn't give up. When he met the fisherman again, Ethan smiled. "You were right," he said. "It's not motivation that changes lives. It's discipline." The fisherman nodded gently. "Motivation is a feeling, my boy. Discipline is a decision. And once you make that decision, everything changes." Ethan's story isn't just about success. It's about transformation. He realized that the world doesn't reward those who start the fastest. It rewards those who never stop. So ask yourself, are you waiting for motivation? Or are you ready to build discipline? Because motivation is like a wave. It rises, it falls, it disappears. But discipline is the tide. Steady, unstoppable, eternal. Your dreams don't need another burst of motivation. They need a daily promise, a quiet whisper that says, "I will show up even when I don't feel like it." And if you can keep that promise long enough, you'll watch your own bamboo tree rise, tall, strong, unshakable. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder to keep going. And remember, discipline isn't punishment. It's the bridge between who you are and who you're meant to be. So start today, even if it's small, even if it's slow, because small, consistent steps create big, lasting change.